Yeah, I thought we had a good finish, great last 32 minutes or so. And I just thought it was a lot more fun coaching this team today. We showed a lot more poise and discipline. I thought we played for each other. And the big thing that I'm sure the guys and everyone's sick of me talking about is our turnovers. We took a big step with that, just to have 10 tonight. So I think we took a step. I'm not going to say we figured it all out. We got to show that for quite a few more games to say that. But took a step in the right direction tonight.
I mean, to go from beating San Diego by 4 to kind of handling these guys at home, what was kind of the main difference in those two games, you think?
Obviously, at first, we didn't show our physicality, but I think those last 32 minutes we definitely did. And I'm really hats off to ND and Case. I thought they changed the game with their physicality. They had like 4 or 5 offensive rebounds during a stretch just themselves. And that's huge for us to get that bench production, to get those guys making those kind of plays. And they're going to just continue to grow with that.
Yeah, I mean, to limit turnovers to 10, what was different, in that area for you guys today?
There's quite a few things. I think the number one piece was just really valuing the basketball. I think we've shown these stretches like San Diego. We started off the game 18-2 or 4, something like that. We were playing really well. We were playing disciplined, and then I think it's almost like we feel. Not that it's going to be easy, but we can start taking shortcuts and kind of doing our own thing and not trusting what's been working. And so I think we're starting to understand what that looks like, and hopefully we continue to grow.
You mentioned those first 8 minutes, kind of a little bit back and forth, 3-ball not falling. What was kind of the message to the team to say, hey, we've got the size, we've got the physicality, 48, 18 points in the paint. What was kind of the message to say, let's work the ball inside, kind of bully them that way?
I think – especially at halftime, like the message was stop settling. And I think when we were able to drive closeouts and play off 2, we got guys really good looks inside. I thought Lawan, Ethan, and Dane and Indy, all 4 of those guys did a great job posting up and showing their size. But really it just kind of it started on defense. I thought we did a really bad job that first stretch defensively. And when we get stops and we get rebounds, now we can start pushing. The rebounds at one point in those early in the game, they were up 6 or 7 on the glass. They had hit a bunch of threes. They had got to the free throw line. All those things break rhythm where we can't go flow on the offensive end. And so I thought the defense kind of led to that.
Yeah, they start 5 of 9 from 3. They finish 4 of 21. Was it just kind of their shots started missing, or was there kind of an added emphasis one of the timeouts say, hey, run them off the line, force them inside?
Yeah, it wasn't even run them off the line. It was just have some more off-ball awareness. I think we got caught ball watching, and they do Portland does a great job of having some unique movement off the ball. And I don't want to discredit them or take it away from them, but like I thought our guys' lack of focus early on was the reason they got those open threes. Once we started contesting them, we have great length. We can really contest threes and do it well when we're on point.
Yeah, Coach, Chris Austin early on getting really hot, made like 4 threes, and then I think in the last 10 minutes he only made like 2 points. So what was kind of your defensive adjustments that you guys were able to silence him in the last bit of the game?
I mean, if you go look at those first 4 threes, I can almost guarantee no one was within 5 feet of him. And he got rhythm. He's a great player, and he's someone that I think he's getting his rhythm back a little bit, and we allowed him to get open shots early. And so, yeah, we did adjust and kind of label him as more of a shooter later in the game, but I just think it comes down to a little bit more discipline.
Yeah, and do you think that what's your plan for kind of carrying the momentum from this second half into next week, a couple of tough games going forward?
The plan is to make sure that we understood what we did this week, and I think the guys looked in the mirror. They were very they were humble this week. We got humbled last week, and I think they were very coachable. And just to understand that that's what got us here, and that's what's getting us a little bit more rhythm, is that we're understanding we need each other. We need to play for each other. We need to play physical and be disciplined. We can't be doing our own thing. And I think that lesson hopefully hit home this week, and we can carry that forward.
I mean, you'll take a win however it comes, but is there something to be said for winning by kind of a convincing margin after a couple of close ones recently?
I think it's a step. I keep looking for growth. Like, we want to win games, and that's how we're all evaluated at the end of the day. But like, you can only just look at where you are last game and where you're going the next game. And so, the San Diego game, I was proud of our team because a week before that, we lost that game. We were down the stretch. We were playing flat, and we dropped a game to Pacific. And very, very similar situation. We grew. We got better with our late game execution. We won that game. Now, today, like, obviously the turnovers is a step in the right direction. The last 3.5 minutes, we've been god-awful. Like, we might be the worst team in the country the last 3.5 minutes when we have a 10-point lead. And we didn't do that today. We locked in. We had a good timeout. Our senior leaders were the ones that spoke about the importance of that last 3.5 minutes. And it looked like we were playing basketball. We weren't playing the score. And so that's two things that we grew in. We're going to watch the film, watch the tape, and find another one or two keys to grow in this week.
Well said. Congrats on the win. Thanks, Coach.
Go Cougs!